Namaste, I am Shiva Swati and I am making this video to explain how life is an illusion and how can we pray keeping in mind that life is an illusion, and whatever we pray for, God will think that you are praying for an illusory reality, and God will not see it in the perspective in which you see it. You know that this is the uh, end of life if I don't get this desire. So God will not see that perspective. God will see a perspective which is eternal, that this is a journey of evolution and you are in this life playing this game of life, which is not real except for the emotional experience underlying every aspect of reality. So whenever you see something or touch something or taste something or feel something or hear something, there is an energy radiated inside you, which receives the energy which is coming from outside. So there has to be something inside you, an energy inside you which is matching in frequency with the energy outside for you to receive that information inside you. So you might think that your belief is very clear and that you are very sure that you want this desire. However, the desire can be superimposed on you by a parent or a sibling in the anxieties and worries, and this may not be your desire. So whenever you pray thinking that you have to attain a desire and you ask God for it, remember that God thinks that life is a game, and life is a game for learning soul lessons. So God will help you only as long as a desire helps you attain that soul lesson. If your soul lesson remains incomplete, even if you attain a desire, it is useless for the soul from the soul's perspective of evolution. Therefore, since God and soul are connected and the body is the illusory aspect of reality, the body is the box, it is the car which you drive to attain a certain level of evolution. The car takes you to a destination. The destination has to be in matching with the soul frequency of evolution, which you desire to attain. For example, by this journey on earth, you desire to attain a certain type of patience, a certain type of perseverance, a certain type of discipline, a certain type of emotional maturity, a certain type of love, a certain type of joy, a certain type of peacefulness, a certain type of contentment, a certain type of satisfactions. I am saying a certain type because there are thousands of types of contentment, thousands of types of satisfaction, thousands of types of love. So it depends on which frequency you are seeking to attain. And if your desire attains you this at contentment, if you are on the right path of the soul and you attain this contentment by the action which you take, then only the desire helps in your soul evolution, in getting positive karma and attaining your purpose of life as a soul. But if the desire is taken forward in a way that it does not give you contentment and if it makes you frustrated and anxious, then it is against the purpose of the soul and it will not give you that evolution that you desire or the power that you desire as a part of the co-creator to create the reality which you seek in your life. So your desire, action and the consequence of that action has to be in alignment with your soul purpose to receive energy from God while praying. For example, there are so many people praying for ending the pandemic, but it is not in alignment with their soul purpose, because right now, with the new age ascension, Earth is helping humanity move towards a higher level of peacefulness. And if you end the pandemic at this time, the struggle can increase multifold and people have not yet learned to be peaceful. It's been around 9 months since the pandemic began, but there has been not much increase in peacefulness, except that wars have reduced, which is a very big uh, uh, attainment. But the moment you end the pandemic, the wars can restart, and we are moving towards the new age, and this is a time when the third world war can happen. So to prevent that and to force people to attain for peacefulness, the pandemic has to continue, and the god energies cannot answer your prayers. So God hears the feelings underlying the prayer. God does not hear the word. God does not see the ritual. God does not see you going to a temple or a church. God only hears your vibrations through the shifts in energies. And God knows that the house that you live in, or the car that you have, or the body that you have is an illusion. And this illusion has to be maintained only as long as it helps you attain your soul lesson. For example, Alexander fought so many wars, but in the end, he said that it was so futile because I cannot take this diamonds and jewelry with me to the higher realms. So, from the God's energies perspective, it wasn't futile because he gained a lot of confidence from those wars, which helped him, you know, help humanity evolve at a later date. For example, he was reincarnated as Thomas Edison, and he helped in the invention of electricity much later. But the point is that he learned to believe in himself from that time, 3000 years before Thomas Edison was born, when Alexander was born. So that belief then led to building of something which was revolutionary for humanity. The war was not revolutionary, the war was not even needed, but the confidence was needed, which at that time, that was the only way to attain the confidence. He had to incur a lot of karmic debt, for which he is still paying. He is still helping humanity become more positive, but he is failing because he is still focused on the external aspects of reality, and he is not changing the thinking of people to more positive, which is required so that bulbs glow in every human being. Therefore, reality is an illusion because the physical part of reality, which you can touch, is the illusion. The feeling is not an illusion. The experience, the learning is not an illusion. The learning gets carried over, and the feelings get carried over. The strengths which you attain in one life get carried over. The weaknesses which you attain in one life get carried over. The physical injuries which you die with get carried over. For example, I was killed as Jhansi ki Rani Lakshmi Bai, and there is this scar on the eyes. There were injuries on my chest. There were injuries in my root chakra. I could not run. I could not play any game in school. I could not run normally. Forget about riding a horse. I could not even run. And I have problems with physical activity. Even now, I cannot see. I have one eye defects. I cannot see and drive. I cannot drive. I cannot see. It's become worse with age. Earlier it was not so much, but it became worse. After that period when she actually died, when she was actually hit, after that period it became worse. So the soul comes over, and then it wants to attain a certain level of emotional maturity for salvation, for enlightenment, so that it can forgive everyone who have hurt the soul, and then the soul wants to get forgiveness from people it has hurt who were innocent. So you have to pay back. If you have been a warrior, or especially a warrior or an assassin or a dacoit, you have to pay back humanity if you have killed. And you have to pay back by doing karma which helps humanity feel better, feel more peaceful. If you don't pay back, you suffer a lot, because those injuries, they keep getting carried over and creating pains in your life. So it is a very difficult path on earth, because earth is supposed to be a quick way to evolution. Compared to evolution on higher realms, you can evolve in a much faster pace on earth, but you have to fight wars, and it is like a dragon train. You fall, you rise, you fall, you rise, and there are periods which are very bad, there are periods which are very good, and when you are at a very high period, you are suddenly falling down. You're suddenly taken up back, and then you have to rise all over again. So it requires a lot of inner strength, and inner strength comes from meditation. So if you stay fixed on the external reality, you will lose wars. or even if you gain the war, you will not be able to take the money or the wealth to higher realms. But if you focus on the experience, the emotional experience underlying every external reality, you will evolve, and your strength will be carried over with you to the higher realms, where you will help God create galaxies and planets. And when Earth dissolves 4 billion years later, there will be another Earth, a better Earth then, and you will contribute towards creating those once you go to higher realms. So therefore, the external reality is an illusion, because it is only the emotional experience, the feelings which you feel underlying the reality, which you give you strength or weakness. Only those feelings are real. The love that you feel is real. The marriage that you go through is not real. Till the love remains, the marriage matters to the soul, because it is an experience of love. When love dies in a marriage, it is futile to have sex. It is futile to have any sexual connection with any partner whom you do not love, from the perspective of karma. Prostitutes have sex with people they do not love, because they are soldiers, and in past lives usually, and they have to pay back karma by suffering themselves. So take the pain of others on themselves through prostitution and sex, and so that they pay back karma, and they help the others feel happier. However, after going to the prostitute, if the person does not feel happier, then that karma goes waste for the prostitute also. So that is a difficult path to repay karma. As an actress also, you have to compromise a lot on your physical body. You have to compromise a lot sexually, which is not visible on the screen. You have to literally love the actors, the hero that you have play with in the camera, because the love has to be real to show through. And you love for a temporary period, and then you have to fall out of love, because the hero might be married or with someone else in a relationship. So it is extremely traumatic. An actress, virtually, she has to play love games, or an actor, he has to play love games, and it is very traumatic to play games of love, because you fall in love and then you have to fall out of love, and then there is nobody you can rely on suddenly. But these games are played because they help you remove the negative karma, and they help you get the positive karma by making other people happy. However, the trick to ensure that this karmic repayment is working and in your favor, and that you are actually helping other people happy, is to check the feelings inside yourself. If you are feeling happy with the job that you are doing, if you are feeling happy with the marriage that you are in, then that means others are feeling happy, because vibrations transfer, not the physical action which you do. The physical action does not exist on non-physical realms where your soul lives. So your soul lives in this body, only a minute fragment. The rest of it is in spiritual bodies. There are 7 bodies. So the soul lives in your physical body, emotional body, mental body, and the 3 spiritual bodies, etheric body. And it's only your physical manifestation which you are seeing. However, other people, the energies which radiate out from you are positive or negative frequencies, and it is the positive frequencies which have to increase for your karma to get repaid, and for you to have a happier life in the future. So when you pray to God, remember that if you have been a dacoit or a warrior in the past life, whether you know it or not, you will not be able to prevent death or separation from your family members or from people you love. You will lose out on love, because you have taken away love from people, innocent people in past lives, without awareness, because you were fighting for a country, and there were innocent soldiers on other sides who were simply obeying orders, and they were trying to work for their family, which was taken away, and the family had to suffer. So you will go through the suffering. There is no way out of this. You cannot prevent that suffering. However, you can be positive through the suffering, and you can thank God that there are blessings. Wherever you find blessings, you will find blessings in other areas of life. Once you start getting over the focus on suffering, you will realize that you have water, you have electricity, you have nature, you have the sea, you have the trees, you have the clouds, and Earth is a very beautiful planet. So you will realize these blessings exist, and you have to start thanking God for all the blessings which you see in your life, so that the blessings increase over time by the law of attraction. And as your positivity increases, the negativity will end and the suffering will end in whichever way it has to end. uh, you may have to go through a divorce, you may have to go through a fatal illness where you can leave the body, as is happening in the pandemic. Several people are getting freedom. This was destined before the new age, before the day of judgment. It was destined that people will get freedom from hell, because hell is dissolving. So now people will move into animal realms or human realms or higher realms, in different planets. So you cannot prevent this pandemic simply by praying and asking God to stop it. You can only help it reduce by choosing to be peaceful in everyday life. And similarly, there are problems in your life which will come if you have had a past life karma which is negative, and you have to pay it back by your suffering, by the suffering of your children. um, they also have their karma. And if you have children who have problems, mental problems, autism, Asperger's, or there are people who have children who are about to die when they are young, but they have to look after them till then. So in those cases, praying will not reduce the damage which is there in the child since he is born. uh, Only death will reduce his trauma, because then he can go in a healthier body once he releases into the light. So only your positivity will help him release in the light, and you release in the light. When you teach him to be positive, you have to be positive at the moment of death to release in light. Otherwise, you are born in a horizontal body on earth, which may not be positive, which will be in the same frequency as you have died in. So to be born in a positive realm, to be happier in the next life, you have to die in a positive manner, and not by suicide, and not by murder, and not by shock, and not by sickness. You have to die in a happy manner where you're feeling content, and then only you reach heaven or a positive realm. So that is why it is extremely important to be positive while praying, and realizing that God is only seeing the energy aspect of the prayer. For example, if you are driving through the traffic jam and you're praying that, let the traffic jam end soon, and I have so much work. So God will only see the energies which are blocking your path, and God will also see that you are learning patience while your path is blocked, and that you are connecting to God through some kind of meditation, and that you are thoughtless while waiting in the traffic jam, which are good things, because they raise your positive vibrational frequency. God may see that the job that you are getting into will get into more stressed, so he is forcing you to relax and be in peace through the traffic jam. If you were meditating normally, and if you were giving yourself time to be peaceful without being rushing to jobs all the time, then there would not be so many traffic jams anyway. By the law of attraction, your peace will radiate out, and people will be more peaceful automatically. There would be better inventions of cars and roads, and better governance if you are peaceful from within as a mass. It's only when you are not peaceful from within that it has to be forced through steps like traffic jams or epidemics. Because peace and patience, compassion, sympathy, empathy, discipline, understanding, emotional maturity, social maturity, all these are soul lessons which you come to learn. And your schools have to teach you these soul lessons more than teaching academics, because the purpose of learning academics is to learn these soul lessons as a side effect. However, people learn at academics and they become more negative and more pushed for jobs and success, and they forget the soul lessons. So then catastrophes happen, natural disasters happen, so that you focus on your soul lessons. Why have you come on earth? This is a toy world. It's only the learning underneath the game which carries over. For example, for Alexander, the people that he killed lived again. They were souls. However, the confidence that he gained went with him in the afterlife. And the debt that he had to pay, the karmic debt, by giving forced death to so many people, he had to pay them by teaching them how to be positive, how to have the confidence that he had in future lives. So the learning is not an illusion. The learning gets carried over. The love gets carried over, the hatred gets carried over, the compassion gets carried over. It's only the physical reality which you can touch. Everything that you touch is an illusion. So, thank you. I hope this helps you understand how to pray in a way which gets you more positivity. Where when you're praying, you are more positive, because you realize that even if you don't get what you desire so much, even then your life goes on and something better comes in place if you are positive. If you are negative, something worse will happen. So you have to be positive while praying and trusting God that God is working for your best, and then it works. A better world is created slowly, and you have to realize that what you are praying, it's only for yourself. You cannot teach everyone. You can only teach people who are matching in frequency with you. If there are several people who are not matching in frequency with you, you cannot force learning. You have to just wait for time to evolve. For example, when Socrates died, he could not force rationalism on so many people, because his thinking was advanced for his times. Or uh, when Aristotle was punished, in spite of being such a big philosopher, he was punished because his thinking was not in matching with times, but now it is recognized. 3000 years later, it is recognized. So sometimes you are doing things which are much ahead in time, and then it takes time for it to be understood. So you simply have to be positive anyways. However much you are received or rejected, you still have to find the blessings in everyday life, and be positive in some way. That's the only way out. Otherwise, if you allow yourself to be negative, it is very easy to fall. It is very easy to commit suicide and restart life at a worse level. Those are easy things. The difficult part is to stay optimistic when everything is moving against you, because you are moving against the current and you are trying to pull people out. You can only save a few, you cannot save all. So save the ones which are ready to agree with you, and leave the rest to God. God will take care, depending on each level of evolution. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.